Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Right now, here on the SmackDown Ring Report. Coming up here. We're going to talk about a lot. We'll start with this. John Cena. We know tomorrow will be his final match on Saturday night's main event. We take a special look at John Cena's incredible career just 24 hours before his final match against Gunther at Saturday night main event. Speaking of John Cena, who he lost the WWE Championship to at SummerSlam, Cody Rhodes, undisputed champion. Cody Rhodes will address the WWE Universe one night before his match against newly crowned NXT champion Oba Femi at Saturday night's main event. Speaking of Cody and Wrestling Hot Topics will be the topic of the conversation. The WWE Champion tag teams with former champion Roman Reigns. He won the championship from. Cody and Roman Reigns will be part of this upcoming Street Fighter movie. We'll talk about that a little bit later on Wrestling Hot Topics. Well as this. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley reunite to take on the team of Aleister and Zelina Vega. The husband-wife duo Black and Zelina have been tormenting Damian. Damian found someone that can really counteract Zelina. We'll talk about it. Well, as former women's tag team champion Alexa Bliss takes on Kari Sane. After taking her down, Alexa Bliss will take on Last Legend one-on-one. And the United States Championship Open Challenge, Tommaso Ciampa defends the title against Illinois Dragon. I'm going to say defends the title against Tommaso Ciampa. We got a lot going on. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get with the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling. Get on connected. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and share. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's go and get things started right here with the SmackDown Ring Report. We kick things off with this. Cody Rhodes learned about what's going down with Nick Aldis. Cody Rhodes want to know what he got to do to take on Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre may be waived off. He's still suspended. And look like Nick Aldis want to bring him back so him and Cody can finish their rivalry. But Cody Rhodes ain't wasting no time whatsoever. Cody Rhodes want to know, can he put the pen to paper? But he's going to try to put the pen to paper, but he got to focus on this man right here. Oba Femi and Cody Rhodes will meet tomorrow night for Saturday night main event. A main roster star versus an NXT star. Cody Rhodes taking on Oba Femi, the WWE champion versus the NXT champion, a champion versus champion match. Oba Femi won the championship from Ricky Saints, and now Oba Femi wants to said that his time is now, and he said, hustle, lore, and respect. You know what I'm saying? That he wants to do what he needs to do. Oba Femi wants to make Cody Rhodes his stepping stone in order to get what he needs to get to. And you saw what you. So we see, like we said, but we saw how that went down and stuff like that. And we kind of saw, but we know that tomorrow night will be a big night for both men. This will be Oba Femi's big night on the spotlight on Saturday night's main event, and he'll take on Cody Rhodes in a champion versus champion match. Can't wait to see that. That's going to be really the highlights. I want this to be the first match of the night, or perhaps the second to Cena final match. But was hearing about John Cena on to close the show, open the show, but really didn't make no sense. But hopefully this probably will be a strong showing. Have that be the strong or the champion versus champion match. Cody's the now, and Oba could be the future down the road. So we could see that. Well, it looks like Illinois Dragon now maybe giving everybody a run for their money, maybe trying to get everybody a U.S. title shot. Illinois Dragon has been a fighting champion, and he wants to continue that fighting streak, and I think he will do so. Zion and Nathan Frazier. Nathan Frazier went for the U.S. Championship, lost, but we can see that could be a possibility coming forward. Well, looks like Carmelo Hayes saving the match and saving Illinois Ilya Dragunov wants to show that he is the man of the hour, and I think Ilya Dragunov could be having a lot going on. We could see that coming down the road, way for him and stuff. So we'll see how this is gonna all play out eventually. Like we said, I'm gonna keep a real close eye on that and seeing that champion versus champion match. That could we see that being a possibility? Because can't wait to see that. But we'll see how all that's gonna play out eventually between. So we we could see that, but we'll keep a very close eye on that as well. So look forward to seeing that. Well, it looks like your boy is bouncy. It looked like Javon Evans made his appearance on SmackDown. Javon Evans getting a lot of he's getting a lot of attention, even in the main roster a little bit. Don't be surprised Javon become a main roster star within a year, a couple of months. Javon Evans is that dude, and Javon Evans was close to being NXT champion, but unfortunately he didn't do so. He cashed it in too quick, too sudden, and Mike Cole had said. Javon went against the Miz, and Javon pinning the Miz. Javon getting the victory. Miz still bitter and upset about not being John Cena's final opponent. He had two opportunities but failed. But he's gonna probably have a star main roster feud with Javon Evans, which is crazy. Javon Evans moving up real fast, real quick. Okay, let's see. Well, it looks like the Wide Six holds the WWE Tag Team Championships, and the Wide Six called out the Solo so-called MLT. Solo saying that they will come out there when they put the championships on the line. Solo wants those tag team titles in his grasp. Solo knows a thing or two about winning tag team gold. And Solo wants to do so. And Solo wants to be able to do what he needs to do. You know, we could see that being that way for Solo, but so 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 we see Solo wants the tag team title. So next week on SmackDown, the tag team championships will be online, and Solo will pick someone out of his group to take on the Wide Six. So looking forward to seeing that Solo's group against a member of the Wide Six. So we'll see who's gonna emerge in that match. Well, we get to this right here. Rhea Ripley been around, and Rhea Ripley ran across the WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill. Rhea Ripley on Jade Cargill. That could tease for a WrestleMania match, a WrestleMania moment. We can see that as well. But speaking of Jade, Jade was in action. Jade took on Mixion. It was a no contest. Jade beat the holy, you know what? Mixion. Mixion didn't see it coming. I think the women's division on SmackDown is getting stronger by the minute. You know, we see Jade Cargill looking like she was dominant in the ring and stuff, and did so. And Jade sent a message to Mission, don't come messing with her. I think Mission and Jade is far from over. I think this is the tease is that's gonna be. So we'll see. Jade Cargill trying to send them a strong, dominant message that she ain't nothing to mess with. I can tell you that right now. Jade. Speaking of another woman that don't nothing to mess with, Lash Legend getting her victory over Alexa Bliss, pinning Alexa Bliss in the middle of the ring. Lash Legend scooping up the scats on Alexa Bliss, and Lash Legend doing what she need to do over Alexa Bliss. I think Alexa Bliss might be trying to even the tail run of her career, but Alexa Bliss lost to Lash Legend, which is crazy. Lash gonna really need some competition. I can tell you that right now. So we'll see how that's gonna go. This is another one with Miz and Javon Evans. I told you Javon won his match tonight. Now we got some big news to share. SmackDown will go 3 hours on January 2nd, a day after New Year's, which is crazy. I don't know why they do this, but Why they come do 2 hours and 3 hours? I guess I got a theory on why they do what they do. We'll talk about it a little bit later on Wrestling Hot Topics. This is crazy. Them doing this over and over again. For what? They, SmackDown don't need 3 hours. It's crazy. But they want to do their scheme of things and get that over with. So hey, they like we want to show SmackDown. We want to show what SmackDown. No, SmackDown don't need to be no 3 hours. Well, we get to this right here. The mixed tag team match. Damian Priest needed some help, and he recruited his best friend, his terror twin, Rhea Ripley, to take on the husband-wife duo of Aleister Black and Zelina Vega that have been terrorizing Damian and trying to get in Damian Priest's skin. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley won. They won their match tonight, doing what they need to do. Rhea Ripley hit the riptide to get the victory, and Rhea Ripley put an end to this rivalry, and Damian Priest can go back to the cellar. So I can see that by Damian Priest. You ain't got to worry about that no more. So hey, Damian being Damian. So Damian Priest get a happy ending with his terror twin Rhea Ripley over the victory over Zelina Vega and her husband Aleister Black has been terrorized him. All right, that ends the SmackDown Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, we want to talk about this. Tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow is John Cena's final match. Tomorrow, like we said, we're going to have deep instant coverage. We're going to have the predicted outcome special before Saturday Night Main Event, and immediately following Saturday Night Main Event, we'll have the Saturday Night Main Event review. So for John Cena's final match against Gunther, this is going to be a big deal. Like we said, we're hearing rumors and reports that there's going to be a lot of WWE luminaries from the past, present, and future, as well as we're hearing reports that Vince McMahon, the former head of WWE, may be showing up to see Cena's last match, as well as for President Donald Trump could be making his way. So we could see Vince and Trump at Saturday Main Event to pay homage to John Cena. So we're going to keep a real close eye on that. So like we said, we're going to really place attention. Speaking of that, John Cena had legendary feuds with this man, Brock Lesnar, most recently at WrestlePalooza. Who can forget the Scream Rules 2012 when when Brock Lesnar took John Cena to the limit, but Brock Lesnar paying homage to John Cena, and Brock Lesnar showing that he can see John Cena as well. So we saw that, as well as this man right here, Roman Reigns, had a feud with John Cena, SummerSlam 2011. So Roman Reigns, all of them paying homage to the GOAT himself. So John Cena getting homage by his rivals. So we see how this is going to go. So we see what went down and stuff. Well, speaking of Roman doing Street Fighter, and you see right here, Roman Reigns finally met his doppelganger, Jason Momoa. They kind of look the same. I'm proud of Roman Reigns and Jason Momoa ain't playing each other's bodyguard, but Jason Momoa the bigger star than Roman. Roman and Jason Momoa kind of look similar and kind of similar built. But now they finally meet. They're going to be in the Street Fighter movie. And speaking of that, Roman Reigns, this is the first look at Roman Reigns and the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in the Street Fighter. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes trading in their in-ring work for Street Fighter. This is another first look right here. Cody Rhodes fighting someone, as well as Roman Reigns fighting in doesn't does not look like Roman, but we kind of see how all this came to be. But Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes in the Street Fighter getting themselves prepared for the Street Fighter universe, and how that's going to go down, we'll see. But like we said, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes in Street Fighter. I want to show you a picture before we leave out. I don't think they showed a picture. We want to show you something right quick of them together at a press conference. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. I want to show you that. I don't think did they even did a press conference together? Okay, there they go. Let's show you the press Let's see some. Because I want to show you that before we leave out here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the SmackDown Ring Report. Okay, well, I guess we got the picture. We just don't want to upload. But if we don't want to upload, then we ain't gonna. Okay, we ain't gonna even mess with. Don't want to upload. Okay, well, we know that Roman Reigns will be in the movie along with Cody, along with 50 Cent, along with a lots of others. So we'll keep a close eye on that. And like you said, we'll leave it like that. Also too, a lot of celebrities paying tribute to John Cena, the great himself, the legendary football great Tom Brady, Elon Manning, the Peyton Manning, Snoop Dogg, Jelly Roll, Jimmy Fallon. A lot of these greats paying tribute to John Cena. John Cena getting endorsed and being recognized by some of these goats themselves in their genre, especially with Brady and the Mannings in football, Snoop Dogg in rap music, Jelly Roll and what Rocker Turner music, and Jimmy Fallon and late night comedy. So a lot of these goats getting themselves prepared and ready as well. As well as this, CM Punk announced WWE announced that CM Punk will be returning back, and Punk surpassed his AEW run. Then he did his WWE run. The return is real. Like they said, the return is real. All right. We know tomorrow will be John Cena's final match in the WWE. We're looking forward to seeing it. Bittersweet moment for nearly a 25-year career. John Cena, a 17-time world champion, has done it all in the WWE. Now he wants to decides to hang his boots up and be in Hollywood, which he's earned the right. So we're gonna give John Cena his flower, his moment tomorrow. Don't forget the Pro Wrestling Show, live coverage of Predict the Outcome before Saturday main event and immediately following Saturday main event, the review. So we're gonna be keeping up with John Cena throughout the whole night. But we're gonna leave you here on the Pro Wrestling Show, here on the SmackDown Ring Report, with the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, getting the victory over Zelina Vega and her husband, Aleister Black. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow for John Cena's final match for the Pro Wrestling Show.